Last time on Danganronpa 2, Goodye Despair.
There's a laptop on top of the stop conveyor belt. This wasn't here the last time I came here, right?
It looks suspicious. It might be good if we examine it thoroughly.
Yes, whoa. Oh. What the f*** was that? As soon as
Windows 95? It's all right! It is not a bomb!
Oh, it's a decoy. It's a decoy. All of a sudden, the inside of the factory began overflowing with dazzling light.
Oh, I didn't realize we'd proven someone not guilty.
What the hell is this?
Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island?
Are there even bombs?
Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them.
Damn it! So it was all a bluff. Then, what was that bomb he detonated at the hotel?
You're probably wondering what that bomb I detonated at the hotel is. So, how did it go? Did the traitor come forward?
Wait a minute, I don't sound like that.
like, oh, did you like my impersonation of Hajime?
Oh my god, it's still...
Wow.
If I had to guess, well, I'd say they didn't, right? Did you like the Roman candles that I used? I bet the illumination was really impressive.
I feel like I'm being personally attacked right now.
Seriously, it'll be fine.
Oh god, she's throwing caution to the wind again. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse.
It's gonna go kaboom, isn't it? Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I just gotta use a little more force. Bam. Oh, there we go.
It's on fire!
Whoa! What's going on?
For now, we must extinguish these flames. Let us hurry and put them out.
Oh, sprinklers. They must have detected the smoke and turned on.
On the other side of that curtain, I saw the true source of the intense malice that I'd been feeling. Oh, yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here.
Whoa!
Whoa!
That's a stabby.
Oh!
Oh, I don't like the...
Oh!
Okay.
Holy sh...
I don't like the sucking in on the...
Oh, that is...
That's grim.
That's uncomfortable.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays Danganronpa 2 Goodye Despair, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing, Pete? What's funny about that? Before we hop on in, I'm Taylor.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Sarah.
There definitely wasn't anything before this recorded intro that is the reason why we are laughing. But before we do hop in, just as a little reminder, if you do like what we do, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then ring the bell to receive notifications about when we post new content. And also feel free to leave a comment down below, and we will respond to them if we get a chance, maybe, hopefully. We like to see them anyway. Our social media team needs some work.
I am trying.
I wasn't talking about you. All three of us are the social media team.
Well, most of us.
Oh, for God's sake, don't start again.
We are. It sort of fluctuates. It rotates. It rotates.
Yeah,
Guys, look. We're gonna ruin the sad bits.
That's true.
I know that Sarah's hosting a private party now that Nagito is dead, but we have to at least try to act somber.
No,
To be fair.
honestly, I'm quite I mean, yes.
Quite shocked
I am
about
not
that.
gonna deny. I did not like Nagito as a person, a character. However, his death is making me very uncomfortable with how it's how it looks is eesh.
That's quite shocking.
I wouldn't wish that on anyone, regardless if I can't stand them. I wouldn't wish that kind of torture.
Yes.
Look how sad Chiaki is. She's disappointed in all three of us.
The shock
I'm not
factor
surprised.
the shock factor is quite high.
Yes.
Also, he's there in the background.
Yes, I know.
I've
Can
just
we?
noticed.
Yeah, let's move on.
I mean, in the end, we still have to do it, right?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I had to. Out of context.
I am gonna put that button out of commission.
out of context, that line is weird. Anyway.
We're gonna get chastised for ruining the sad moments.
Oh, wow. All right.
Someone's
Someone's going to go in the comments and be like, this is my favorite character, and you're ruining what is supposed to be a very sad and emotional moment.
That will be everyone. Oh, dear me. It's me versus everyone. Okay. I'm sorry.
It bears repeating.
I just feel that, like, yeah, after the out of context, that line is kind of a bit...
It is, yeah.
As long as a killing happens, we can't do anything about it, right? We have no choice but to do it, right?
They knew what they were doing.
Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't even prevent it.
I don't know if I'd go that far, Chiaki. I mean, it's just building on fire, bombs, etc.
Yeah.
I know. That's the only way we can survive, right?
Looks like you kids are way more well-behaved than Monokuma.
Don't fuck with me! We're tired of this too, you know? That's why I'll definitely make sure to finish this for good this time!
Huh. Does that mean you guys are getting bored of this school trip?
I don't know. After 60 episodes, is anyone getting bored of this school trip?
Don't worry. The end is near. I'm looking at you, audience.
Huh? The end? Yeah, that was a bit Monokuma-y, wasn't it? Huh? The end?
Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You've already noticed it, right? The meaning behind that Monokuma timer.
Uh-oh.
And I guess there's only 2 days left, huh?
Well, no, because Hajime would look at me like, the first thing I noticed were the turning gears.
The first thing I noticed is that the
That's
light...
Yasuhiro. When did he get here?
Whoa!
That's I was doing the voice that you did. Sorry, I'm distracted because my pop filter on my microphone is just like all over the place, and I'm like trying to put it back discreetly, and so now I've just reached a point where it's like, right, I have to draw attention to it because I need to sort this out. So there is a reason why I'm being weird. Sorry. The joke I was going to make is that Hajime would, in the sort of candle thing, would go like, no, all I can see is that the lighting needs rebuilding.
Do you know?
That's an Unreal Engine joke for you.
I was gonna make a similar thing of like, what I noticed was a distinct lack of candle.
Yeah, I noticed.
I need more candle.
I'm gonna need more candle, baby.
I need more candle. The
gotta have
lighting
more-
for this bomb is really poor. How am I supposed to identify what it is
I gotta
without
have more
the proper
cowbell.
lighting?
I gotta have more candle, baby. Right, anyway. When that timer reaches 0, 2 days from now, what will happen to us?
Huh? The killing school trip will be over.
If this'll finally be over. Does that mean we can go home?
No, the island's gonna explode.
Don't count your bears before they've hatched. There's still something you gotta do before that, right? So, once again, all right, the Monokuma file.
Managed to avoid saying Monokuma. I don't know why.
You guys need to find out who Nagito's killer is and survive the class trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterward at all. Okay, do your best. Bye.
Hold on!
Huh?
I won't let you escape this time! Wait right there!
Oh my god, you're so annoying.
What do you guys think? If the school trip is nearly at an end, it's safe to think that we can go home, right? That bomb-looking thing definitely isn't gonna kill us all, right?
I mean, I don't know, Kazuichi, when I was back home, I played this game. It was called Trigger Happy Havoc or something, and in the end, everyone thought they were gonna go home. But actually, it turned out... Oh wait, that would be a spoiler.
Yeah.
Kazuichi, I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Nagito's case first, and that goes for you three as well.
Even if we can go home, it'll be the end for us if we screw up here.
Then let's hurry up and solve Nagito's case so we can all go back home.
Yeah.
It is nice to think that everyone can go home, but that is possible, right?
Impossible.
Impossible, right?
It is impossible.
I mean, someone in this room killed Nagito. Oh.
There's a killer.
Among Us.
There's a killer among us.
Nagito would have loved that if he wasn't dead.
The weight of those words began to sink into me.
Among Us.
That was true of the previous cases, but was it really true this time? Oh, no matter how much I tried, I couldn't believe it.
Yes, you say it every single time. I can't believe you've done this. And yet...
Because the victim was Nagito? Because his death was so abnormally cruel? No, it wasn't just that. There was something more to it than that. And whatever it was stuck inside me.
Kind of like the spear in Nagito's stomach.
Oh, God. First, we need to have a look at the Monokuma file. Oh, guitars.
Oh. Some funky music.
The victim is Nagito Komaeda. If it wasn't obvious enough, the body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory.
He's actually pretty tall. He's 5'9". He's a relatively tall teenager.
It's like average height, isn't it? 5'9". Or is
5'6", I think he's average.
Yeah.
like
I'm 6'1".
Plays, I don't know. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp.
And that's the
Wait,
that was the time that the bombs were going to go off, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Jesus.
Damn. Ugh, what a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed.
Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file?
Huh? Again? But what's wrong with it? I don't get it. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Wait.
What?
Furthermore, there is a laceration in his left arm and a knife impaled
Am I
through his
having
right
a
hand.
stroke?
Deja vu.
Are they like trying to imply that he was tortured? But then that like
Does it not list the cause of death?
No.
Huh.
I don't think so. Not for definite.
It's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation is for. I'm not going to explain what I meant, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm wondering...
I don't think it.
Oh, we can't
think
look
it
at it.
directly says how he died, like what killed him.
Yeah.
I don't think, unless I.
I mean, we can
completely
make an educated guess, but you know.
Taylor, this is Danganronpa. It's not going to be that
Right.
simple.
It's either.
It was actually the 12 pounds of dry rice that he consumed before all of this.
Yeah, it's either
Uncooked
like
rice.
it's either the spear is a cover-up to imply that's what killed him, and he's like either been tortured, could have been tortured, that's what killed him, or he's just died with some other way.
And the wounds
And
just appeared magically.
No, somebody's like done it to him.
Someone's done a
some
Byakuya,
reason.
basically.
Yeah.
Like tampered with the...
Yeah.
Maybe. I think we should probably advance the text. It's a little early to be establishing theories. Did you say this, Taylor?
Well, I
Sorry.
guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation is for.
Thank you, sir. Don't worry, or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be. Sarah.
Hajime, if any of us is going to try to make a conclusion, I'm going to be, I have more faith in my conclusions than yours. We can discuss it later.
Well, no,
Right now is our only chance to investigate.
I was just amused because, like, Hajime was like, don't form conclusions on your own, and it's exactly what you were doing. That was all.
Well, I'm sorry for voicing my opinion.
See that you bloody don't.
I'll keep
we should
quiet.
investigate first. If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss.
Well, I guess you're right. Then let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I should start with the back of the warehouse.
No, I
The
think we
first
should...
thing the first thing I noticed about the crime scene were all the boxes stacked up. That's weird.
No, Taylor.
the
the
light.
first thing. Damn it, Sarah. The first thing I noticed about the crime scene was the light sources.
The beacon of light that shone down upon Nagito's dead
Actually,
corpse.
it is kind of weird because that beam of light is literally just shining down on him. Like,
Maybe
Yeah.
there's a large top-hinged casement window
wow,
up
what
there.
a top-hinged casement window. That's a new one.
Shut the fuck up! You're not having to try to put on an accent.
casement window.
You're not having to try to put on an accent here. Since the curtain blocked most of the water.
Top-hinged casement window.
Will you fuck off? I'm trying to say my bit.
Now, children.
Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I couldn't properly investigate Nagito's body.
Yeesh.
Yep, he's dead.
I never thought I'd
He's
have
dead,
to
Jim.
investigate Nagito's body. He probably didn't. He probably didn't expect to end up like this either. We obtained the truth bullet. I guess now. Whoa!
Boing.
Boing. I guess now we can look at the truth bullets. Yeah. So.
This guy's really going for it on the guitar.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say. Not
Yeah.
only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds. Furthermore, there is a laceration.
Sorry. Oh, it's because it. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm. Yeah, it doesn't say what the fuck killed him.
Yeah, it's not a... I mean,
And that'll be because it's relevant
Yeah.
to who did it. Because
Yeah.
that was the same thing with like the last one, where it's like they left out the actual,
yeah.
or
Well, there's
not
a
with
lighter there.
Nekomaru.
There's what? Sorry.
There's a lighter.
Oh no!
A lighter. What the? Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we talk to people first, then investigate?
Okay, all right. Let's place our bets. Are they gonna say you should investigate the crime scene?
It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikan's. But it looks like it's different this time. Doesn't matter this time.
What does it matter?
The time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in a Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp.
If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time?
Freaking out over a great big fucking bomb that was in the other...
Oh yeah.
What were we doing? Well, right now it's...
It's 12:30 p.m.
So, it also has.
Dong dong ding.
So it also has a clock function.
Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. Huh? It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill?
Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it.
First blood.
Yeah. If it happened 30 minutes ago, it was around the time we were struggling with the bombs.
Struggling being the operative.
You're
word.
right. Those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer.
Which puts it on Sonia.
But, yeah.
She's the only one who wasn't there.
But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup.
Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare.
Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious.
Yeah, again.
Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time.
Oh, wait.
That's when we all split up to search for the bombs.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I'm getting mixed up then.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Huh.
My bad. Sorry,
I
everyone.
forgot about that.
What does Sonia have to say for herself?
If only we could go home. Nothing would make me happier. No. We should finish the class trial. Then we can think about what will happen after.
Okay, nothing to say. Booyahiko. I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but... Listen to that fool. I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0, 2 days from now, what's gonna happen?
Well, you could say, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I could, but I wouldn't want to repeat something that piece of shit bear would say.
Huh? What's gonna happen? This rotten school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home. I should really be able to
You're really
put
so
two and two together.
naive. You're so naive, Kazuichi. There's no wonder Sonia doesn't give a shit about you. Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen? Why, am I that transparent? Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Well, what do you mean, something?
It's Monokuma after all, dumbass.
Like repopulate the island?
You
Or-
fucking wish.
He's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this'll end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. So for now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial. Yeah, I know.
And don't bring up strange stuff like that.
Yeah, if only I could just turn my fucking brain off, right? If only I was as brain dead as you.
One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way? It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh. Ha 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 ha! Ha ha!
I'll piss myself.
Oh dear, some Titus and Limmy.
Yeah.
She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yeah, about that sprinkler.
That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
Oh.
Can you see that red streak?
Huh?
Oh.
You're right. I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
I mean, it's definitely pink, but fine.
Is that blood?
Blood? The color definitely looks like that kind of weird party blood. But there's no way blood could get up there, right?
Is that a censorship thing in the States? Do they make it pink just in the States, or is it actually
no, it's
red?
It's a stylistic
It's
thing.
just a stylistic
I think.
Oh, okay.
I think at one point it.
Maybe it could have
I
been.
feel like I remember, and I'm sure someone will correct us, but I feel like it was mentioned that it was initially red and it ended up being so bloody and whatnot. And, you know, that it was kind of like they had to they were going to put the ratings up, but then they changed it to pink as a sort of a partially a censorship thing, but they ended up liking it and going with it, and it meant that they could get away with it being more bloody than they would normally be able to get away with. But then it also kind of helped give the game its own style.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? It's sort
So
of,
they're all just inklings, basically.
I guess so. But they see it as blood. They see it as actual blood, I guess. And like I say, I'm sure I'm probably wrong about it, but plus, it's in a straight line.
That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange.
It's definitely strange, but I'm not going to tell you because I want you to continue to think about it in your head and not confirm anything. I want you to feel like you're going crazy. I should remember this. Again, I should not tell Chiaki that she's onto something. Yeah, I don't get why you didn't. I mean, I imagine it'll have something to do with the spear that's been dropped, like it seems directly beneath it.
That's a very big blood splatter if it did go that far.
No, that's not what I mean. I just imagine maybe it was already
sorry.
bloody or something.
unrelated, but I think someone said in the other video that we won't be able to get that last Monokuma until we're at the investigation phase, so we should keep an eye out for it.
Yes, we will do. Well remembered.
So it's like the lighter, the
Excuse me.
Monokuma.
Yeah, so let's go. Monokuma plushie. We'll get to Nagito in a minute. Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach!
Hajime,
Hey!
you absolute dullard.
Hey! Wait.
No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. I'm not dead.
Is this one of those life-size plushies that were being produced in this factory?
If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you.
You're a stuffed animal too.
Don't put oversized garbage there! It's so misleading!
What are you calling oversized garbage?
Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed? And going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood? Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
I had nothing to do with that.
Huh?
He's probably lying! Seriously, you're always lying! You should just die like that plushie over there!
You seem more pissed than usual these days, mon ami. But you'd better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I could wipe you out easily, you know.
I won't give in to your threats! I will fight you until the very end! I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma!
Somehow I don't think so.
Watch me, bitch!
Looks like those annoyances are gone. Jeez. Anyway, so back to the important stuff. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Don't know what happened to my voice there.
No.
Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? Oh, I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Monokuma plushie.
Oh no! You can see the pixels. Low-res
no.
Monokuma plushie.
Oh no! Oh no! Still not as frightful as low-res Gundam.
No.
No, true. Nothing is scarier than
Okay,
that.
fire grenade. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place.
I can't think what they're from now. Nagito, Hajime.
This is probably...
No.
Okay, now those definitely made a sound like glass shattering.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
are they glass or plastic, Danganronpa?
Those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire.
Also, if they're plastic, then how the fuck did they bust open?
Well, the fire will have melted them.
Yeah.
Fire melts plastic,
But
Taylor.
Well, I know, but the idea is that, you break it and it's a sudden impact that throws the water places. If all it's doing is just melting the plastic, then it's not anyway.
I mean, I presume they're filled with some sort of weird chemical that... I don't know.
You're a weird chemical.
Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. Probably because they were filled with gasoline or something. Okay. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. Oh no, but I just thought it was worth clicking on it. Jeez.
You wanted us to.
Okay.
That is a very large lighter.
It is,
This
isn't
is-
it?
It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. Oh, I noticed those Monokumas look like they're sort of laid towards it. If the oil lighter was placed here... Yeah, do you see like a trail
Yeah,
of them?
yeah,
almost?
yeah.
It's probably irrelevant.
An oil lighter. Someone probably wants to keep warm.
Yes, Sonia, that's it.
It's a most foolish thought. This
Okay.
is clearly the cause of the fire.
Okay, sorry. Did a Kazuichi.
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
You could say, after the sparks of marital discord flew, this warehouse was the scene of a fire.
Only it was the literal sparks.
Yeah.
It wasn't marital discourse so
No.
much as a literal
Literal
spark
spark.
from a literal lighter. The warehouse was the scene of a fire, though.
Yes. So,
This room was the scene of a fire, even.
using that, the curtain was set on fire.
Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it? Some kind of Rube Goldberg machine or something?
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire.
Yeah, probably. They caused a fire to destroy evidence? Oh, that's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene.
That won't be it. The fire will have played into the murder method somehow.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
It was just like,
Removed all the oxygen from the room or something.
oh yeah, actually that will have done. Because if with all the smoke, they could have just asphyxiated him that way.
Yeah. And then maybe the fire grenades, which didn't put the fire out, just served to fill the warehouse with like a horrendous chemical or something to really just set in the... Like maybe
Or
they...
also to just delay them for long enough so that they couldn't keep him from dying.
Yeah. Anyway. Nagito's body. It's time. There we go. It's time, guys. I never expected Nagito to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times when we were able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. Or so I think, naively. We'll never be saved by him again. In fact, yeah, now I think I was thinking back to the laptop situation, but yeah, there's no evidence of like camera equipment. So
No.
that whole stuff about the laptop probably was indeed a recording.
Yeah.
No. Now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now.
I'm wondering where
Right now.
I'm wondering where that rope was attached initially, because it's burnt through.
For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. So,
Quite a few things.
yeah, like one or two. It's with the pixelated.
So
jagged
there's a
edge.
broken
how it
rope
was.
there on his wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Sarah was pointing out. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Or was he? I mean, it's not... I presume he wasn't hung up. Like bloody, the rope was bloody, part of a rope was bloody or something, and he was hanging, and then the rope burnt through and he felt... But then the knife being stabbed into his hand... I mean, maybe it's not through into the floor. I don't know.
It's the tied up bit that's like, you can't have fell from anywhere.
Yeah, I guess. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel?
This knife, it must be from the military base.
Military base? Oh, now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife.
Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand.
And then they finished him off with the spear. Oh, how cruel.
Then, does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons? A knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
Make sure he got the point.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it?
A reason they had to use the spear, huh?
But yeah, I think it's, again, the bit that the information that's left out in the case is the information that usually winds up being most relevant for solving it. So it's got to be, because the specific cause of death wasn't specified, it's probably not any of these. It's probably the asphyxiation from the smoke or something like Pete suggested.
Also, so I noticed there's blood on this thing, on this rope thing, which then sort of leads into the idea of it being tied up above. And there being, that's why there's blood on the beam.
Please don't say he's done this to himself. Because that's messed up, if it is.
It is pretty messed up. I mean, it's Danganronpa. I don't entirely discount.
Because it looks like, as you say, that looks like it's been handled by someone that was bleeding, and from what I can tell, no one's pointed out any injuries on anybody else.
No, and again, it's like the blood up above on the girder, right? It's like, how did it get there? Well, this thing has got a cable, and it's got blood, and the blood is on it. So it suggests that it was potentially tied up
which
above.
Which would make sense, a straight line.
Or even if it may not have even been tied up. Like, if he did do it to himself, or if someone tried to make it look like he did it to himself, I guess they could have held it, or he could have held it, until it was in place, and then just let go of it, and he just what?
There's another possibility that we're not accounting for.
What's that, Taylor?
So, remember how Nagito made that whole thing about saying, if you're going to kill me, just make sure you let me know first so I can cooperate with the killer.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I'm wondering if in this scenario, the killer actually took him up on it, and Nagito has helped set all of this up for the sake of fucking hope. Because he's psycho enough that he wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Nagito did say, has made a point of, throughout the game of, not caring if he lives or dies.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put it past him that he's done it himself, but at the same time, it does just seem, pretty
I don't think
fucked up.
one person could have done this. I think he might have cooperated with somebody.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucked.
Right, okay, so let's click on something. His face! He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
Jeez. What a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over it doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to...
Wouldn't be able to
No,
look at him.
so it's like, to look at him, it's like, so you don't care about the spear or the knife stabbed into him or anything else? It's the duct tape. If the duct tape wasn't there...
Yeah, because
Otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at
Because
it.
he'd be able to see the face he's making, more clearly, I
Yeah,
guess.
I guess.
Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me.
Chiaki, move...
Phoenix Wright expert coming through.
Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. There we go. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth. Hey, what are you doing? You're tampering with the crime scene.
It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
That's
Although
not the point.
I seem to be weirdly sociopathic about, being able to just approach this dead body.
But putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine! You're gonna get cursed!
The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm.
I'd like to know how you figured that out, Chiaki.
If that's the case...
I have literally, after all this time, only just noticed that she's got, cat ears on her bag.
Yeah.
I noticed on her hood. I know, obviously, I'm not that dumb, but I've only just noticed the bag kind of looks like a cat or something.
Is that a piece of merch, do you think? Is that a piece of Danganronpa merch, the hoodie?
That wouldn't... some commenter mentioned that they got one or tried to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's no use. She's not listening. Hey, about the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape.
What's wrong with that?
So the duct tape was applied before
Yeah.
the splattering.
This duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape.
I mean, it looked like he was trying to breathe, like he was trying to gasp for air.
Yeah.
Seriously, what's wrong with that?
She means, I said internally without. Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got all those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about?
I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
Oh, the fireworks. We wouldn't hear him screaming while the fireworks are going off.
Yeah.
Just a thought. Well, he's obviously done it recently, right? So it's like, okay, well, so anyway, he's obviously been screaming. They're saying that he's been screaming, but then like, so why would we not hear it? I know he's in the building next door, but this looks really brutal. So you'd imagine you'd fucking hear it. But
I suppose that's
the
true, yeah.
fireworks, though, you wouldn't hear it over the fireworks, I guess,
No.
or you'd be distracted by them.
Well, you wouldn't hear it. I would imagine the bangs would be pretty damn loud.
Yeah, because none of them were clever enough to run outside.
Yeah.
Anyway, just a thought.
I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already. Yeah, you're right.
Yep, Chiaki froze again.
Chiaki.exe is stuff for it.
Anyway, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it. Oh, there it is. Okay, and there's the hand. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason the wound on his left arm doesn't look like that deep compared to his other wounds. I'm just falling over my mouth right now. Sorry. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound. And there's blood everywhere.
There's something strange.
Strange? What?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but
Oh no. That is a very, very good rendering of a hand. That's
All the freaking art criticism by Taylor here. like, geez. Art critic.
doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm.
Like he'd had his hand balled into a fist, maybe? Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered.
or he was clutching onto something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. His hand did a fist, so he was either, as you say, literally a fist, or if you're holding something, you still have your hand balled into a fist, right?
Well, that would explain the blood in his palm, but
Huh? There's something else that's strange?
when you flip it over and look at the back of his hand,
Oh.
he has nail polish. Here, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger.
Okay, that is kind of strange.
That is weird.
You're right. Why is it only on this part?
Because he was wearing his Michael Jackson fingerless gloves.
See? It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right?
He was like dipping his fingertips into the holes on his legs, like ooh.
Oh.
But just the thing. I mean,
Get out.
it's Nagito,
That's
isn't it?
gross.
It's like, ooh, look, I
Ew.
can put my fingers in.
Stop it!
I win.
Yeah, sure. You win. Whatever. This isn't a freaking game.
Oh, but it is.
This isn't a freaking game, I said to the audience. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Okay. What else we got? Okay, the spear, and then I guess, yeah, we'll finish on the legs then, I guess.
Whatever's between his legs.
A spear with a flashy ornament on it is a spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach.
There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
Oh my! What's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it?
Oh, it was probably from the octagon. That's
Maybe.
probably, that's almost certainly, if it is, then that kind of, again, points to Nagito cooperating, because he's the only one left that's beaten the final dead room.
Yep.
A cord extends from the tip of the handle? And there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear.
Is this your first time looking at this too?
Of course not! This is the Spear of Gumnir, right?
Oh.
You definitely just came up with that now.
And by the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from?
I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
What? Nezumi Castle? I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you, mice! Damn you all to hell!
I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle. It looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason,
Oh, he was holding that.
this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. Oh, would you look at that? It's about the size of Nagito's hand. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. I was about to say have a blood on it.
Have a blood.
It doesn't have a blood on it.
This is really leaning to he's done this to himself.
Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came
Why
from
does
Nezumi
Chiaki
Castle.
know that, by the way? I didn't even see a spear
Also,
like that
castle.
at Nezumi Castle.
No.
Was there like a suit of armor somewhere that we didn't? I don't know.
Maybe. It might be better if I confirm that later.
Yeah, it wasn't the spear of Gungnir. That was the one that killed Junko in the first game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was because he's like Monokuma like bunks her off like at the beginning because she's like threatening him.
1,000 spears.
I'm sure it was Spear
Was the
of
attack called
Gungnir.
Spear of Gungnir?
Yeah, I believe
I
that's
think
right.
it
Yeah,
was.
Spear of Gungnir.
Because I've heard that and I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it was that.
Yeah. Spoils.
Soz.
So if you haven't played
It
Danganronpa 1,
happens in like the first episode.
I suppose. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito? They also stabbed his legs? Why? Why would the killer do something like that? At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture? I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the stab wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? Oh boy. If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor? Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge toward Nagito. Sarah! Refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. Understand, not understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, why would they really? I am doing so well. Today I can't read, apparently. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far?
Torture wounds has been added to the 12th body section of your handbook.
I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Jeez. I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly-looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate, for fuck's sake. My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that?
Well, it has happened a few other times.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
maybe.
we're only like 60 hours in. That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There must have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to such trouble of tying him with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So, what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. All right, I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. The other areas inside this warehouse first. Leave here. Yes.
We gotta find the Monokuma. It's here somewhere. Is that it? No.
No, I think we've tried that one before.
There are a bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently, they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos. The sprinklers completely soaked them. I can't even turn the pages anymore. They're just bricks of paper. Well, it's not like I'm missing much.
Hey! Oh, sorry. So what's
Oopsie.
with the eye?
Is he up?
No, I can't move the I can't pan the camera up. He's not in here. What were you gonna say, Seth?
I was just going to say, like, oh yeah, the iPod deck.
Yeah. Doc.
Doc.
Huh? There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned.
Did the fire do that? I don't know, Eddie.
But why are they scattered like this? Like, say, it's like a trail, isn't it? I guess.
It's a dominoes, yeah.
That'll have been when they tried to force the door open.
Oh.
I wonder if the light has been attached to the very last one on the end, and obviously Akane like shoved the door. There was a noise that must have been then going, and then the lighter would have fell down and eventually caught the curtain, and that's what's triggered the fire because it started when they went in the room. I wonder if that's what's happened.
Weird.
And that was the crash they heard.
Yeah, maybe. But why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall they should have been neatly put away. Wait, does that mean that this is part of the crime scene?
Maybe we're the ones who made this mess?
Huh?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So, maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is...
It's fine. I'll open it slowly.
No, that's not the problem.
Seriously, it'll be fine.
With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warning and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter.
Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it.
I knew it! It's a trap! Seriously, just stop it, okay?
Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force.
What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Bam.
She used the peach muscle.
Could it be? Was that it?
And there's something else I've been wondering. These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line.
Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
Isn't this clearly strange? I say,
Strange.
leading you slowly.
Strange. That means... Oh, we can speculate this was done intentionally. Okie dokie. What else do we got? What else? I guess the iPad.
Yeah.
iPad?
iPod.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
MP3 player, yeah. My god.
This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
It looks like that weird music was playing from there.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
It looks like that weird music was playing from there.
You know, hold on.
What?
No, I think they messed it up. I think they did it again because it's like where it was like they put Hajime over Nagito because it's like clearly it brought up Kazuichi.
Yeah.
And now it's like he's continuing the sentence from the first thing that was said. You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started?
Yeah, you're right.
Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers.
Oh, that'll do
what do
it.
you want from Apple Technology?
Oh.
There's no mistaking it. That music was
See, I think this was I think they just messed up the first line.
that music was playing from that MP3 player.
I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? To distract
Was it another distraction?
Yes. I feel like it has to be. I mean, why? I don't know, but tons of CDs. All these CDs.
CD's nuts.
All these CDs. They're all copies of Monokuma's music. These should have been burned too.
Throwing some shade out there.
Right, I mean, I guess we'll...
To the peeps again?
Yeah.
No, they're
nope,
saying the
it's
same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's the same.
Right. There are still areas Wait, what? Really?
Is there?
Is there?
Oh.
What have I missed? What did I not do? I have clicked on everything. Jockey.
Looks like this side is completely soaked because of the sprinkler. Even if there was an important clue here, we might not be able to notice it.
But it's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. A good thing we were able to put out the fire.
But there was a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades, but we still went inside immediately
Yeah,
afterwards.
you sort of did anyway.
Actually, yeah.
I agree. If we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and become all wet and soggy. Here we go.
Miss Sonia's all wet? She's all drenched and soggy.
Kazuichi.
I'm just gonna say, for anyone that's like, oh, you guys just like to insert random lewd humor. No!
Yes.
No! The game fucking does this!
Yeah, for anyone in particular, you know who you are.
You were thinking that, huh?
No!
I wasn't thinking that at all!
I'm sure you weren't, Kazuichi.
Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime.
You're screwing with me!
Oh my!
No, sorry.
Oh dear! My dear fellow! Oh my! Screwing! How lewd!
No, this game is not horny at all.
Nope. Not one
No.
bit. Never happened. It was made up by a writer.
It was indeed made up by a writer.
Yes.
A horny writer.
Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes! I only
There we
imagined
go.
it for
There we go.
a second.
There we go. There it is.
Kazuichi, you should probably just keep your mouth shut already. For God's
I
sake.
just hear a distant slap as she hits him across the face.
Well, even though I did say I was gonna friggin' kill him, there's no way I would have actually done it. I was just upset, you know?
We'll think about the countdown after we live through this class trial. The class trial. Sonia. Looks like Sonia is focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I needed to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey, Sonia, do you have a minute?
Yes? What is it?
I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded.
Huh?
Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right?
Flashback. It is all right. It is not a bomb.
Why did you know the bombs were fake?
Well,
That's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away.
Don't just go out and accuse me outright, Hajime, while you're at it.
Where were you? And what were you doing during that time?
Oh my. Do you suspect me?
I mean, yeah, a little. Actually, yes.
It's a misunderstanding. I am not the killer.
Okay, well, convince me.
Jesus! Shit! You son of a bitch!
Whoa!
Damn!
Okay, Sonia?
I'm terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was not at the military base.
Why I was at the military.
Why I was at
My God, Sonia, you're being so suspicious right now.
Why I was at the
But
military
why
base.
was Sonia at the military base?
I don't know. Let's find out, guys. All I have to do is press the A button.
No, we can't,
Why not?
because we're out of time.
What? But guys, the class trial's about to start.
I know.
If we wait for a week, we'll have no time to investigate.
I know.
Oh my God. We're gonna
You might say, Jesus, shit, you son of a bitch.
Well, that's just mean.
That was unexpected.
Yeah, it was.
That one, yes.
Yeah, so on that bombshell, we're out of time, unfortunately. So thank you so much for watching. If you do like what we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, and you'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah.
And until next time, we'll see you again.
We'll see you in the next one, everybody.
And remember, apparently Jesus Christ is canon in the Danganronpa universe.